going on, everybody? Welcome back today for another video. I got my sn95 Cobra behind me, 1998. This is the one that I bought back after 5 years. The kid that I sold it to, he wrecked it. I actually ran a Carfax on this car, and I found out he wrecked it about a month after I sold it to him. So he only drove it around for a month, which is crazy. It just blows my mind that it only took a month for this to become like that. So it's kind of upsetting, but we're gonna get her back in her former glory. And today we're pretty much, I'm gonna clean the interior out because there's a bunch of stuff in there. I'm gonna try to bend a couple things back, like the pocket right there. I'm gonna try to bend that back. I'm also going to change the inner tie rod, and I want to try to bend the Kmember back. I did order all the parts for the suspension on this thing to get it on 4 wheels. I bought a rim today. I had to go to Monroe for it. It's an 03 Cobra rim. It's a real 03 Cobra rim, which I've only paid 50 bucks for, so that was a steal and a half. But it's not gonna match the rest of the rims, but that's fine. I just need something to get it on the ground on 4 wheels and moving under its own power, so I can make sure the clutch is good and everything like that. See what else I'm gonna have to do for this thing to be roadworthy again. I really want to drive it. Like, I'm sure you guys could see, like, I really want to drive this thing. Even if it doesn't have a front end on it, I just want to take it around the block. Like, it's been 5 years since I drove this car, so I really want to at least take it around the block. Like, I don't care if it has no front end, no hood, or whatever, but I just want to drive it. So let's hop right into it, and I'm gonna start by cleaning the interior out. I mean, I'll show you guys like before pictures and after pictures. The GT that I got from the same kid, which is actually funny. When I sold this car, I sold it for $4,500 and a 2002 Mustang GT. I got as, you know, a car with the deal because he didn't have the money that I wanted for the car. So that car was crashed too, pretty much the same way that this one is, just not quite as bad. I did repair that car. What happened with that car is a lady cut me off at an intersection. I T-boned her. There's nothing I could do to avoid it. It wasn't my fault. But insurance wound up paying me out $4,000 for that car. The car had a salvage title, so they gave me the car back with no buyback. And, you know, I sold it on Craigslist Crash for $2,000. So technically I got like 10.5 for this Cobra behind me. And, I mean, I guess I could tell you guys what I paid for it. I bought this car back. Now, keep in mind, it only has 4,000 miles from the day that I sold it. And it's the exact same way I left it, besides the accident, obviously. I paid $1,500 for this car, which is just like mind-blowing. This has a built T45 in it, which cost me $2,000 when I put it in it. So the trans alone is more than what I paid for the car. These Cobra motors are going anywhere from $3,000 to $4,000 right now. And the rear axle is fully built. It has a locker from Ford Racing and everything, you know, the whole nine. It has 456 gears, Moser launch axles, has every bolt on. The value of just the parts on this car well exceed $1,500. And obviously my sentimental value with the car is well worth $1,500. So, you know, but let's hop right into this. Let me get this interior cleaned out. The GT that I got from the kid was the same way. I don't know why, but like there's like receipts, change, there's a bunch of shit in the car. Drives me nuts. I try to keep all my cars clean. Like I have the Subaru over here. The thing's spotless. The only thing I've done to this is those door handle things right there, just because I had like a scuff on the driver's side handle, so I put those on. But yeah, so let's get this thing cleaned out, and then we'll hop right into like the tie rod, and you know, I'll see if I can fix the Kmember. I would really hope I can, because I don't want to have to do a Kmember out here. I'd rather do it in my garage. So yeah, so let's hop right into it and get this video going. All right guys, so I actually changed my mind. I want to do a walk around of this car and tell you guys what modifications are on this car. So as you can see, you know, 20-year-old Dylan had the bright idea to tint these taillights. Extremely big mistake nowadays. I really don't want to get pulled over in this car when I do start driving it again, so these all get changed. But it has Magnaflow Magnapacks, catback. It's pretty much a race catback. It's straight through muffler. It has FR500s with a 315 35 17. These aren't staying. Obviously, you guys know I'm out one wheel, so these are not staying. The other wheels actually currently at my job. I was going to put a tire on it, but I don't have any junk tires laying around the shop at the moment. But I will eventually when we do some tires and everything. So that's that. It has drilled and slotted brakes from Power Stop. The Power Stop pads, it's supposed to be an upgrade. It does definitely make a difference. I know it makes a difference on my Jeep, so probably makes a difference on here too. Can't really remember, it's been a long time. The rear axle's fully built. It has upper lower control arms. It has Moser launch axles, Ford Racing Locker, 456 gears. It has Eibach rear sway bar, polyurethane bushings and everything, you know, the whole 9. Off-road X-plate. Don't tell the EPA about that. I meant catted X-plate. Long tube headers. Front brakes, obviously, Cobra brakes, drilled and slotted, power stop pads, same as the back. It's on QA1 coilover kit, QA1 Kmember, QA1 A-arms. That's all going to be getting changed for a proper coilover that's adjustable for rebound and compression. I really want to be able to dial everything in this car. You can see my MMR oil pan down there. This car actually takes 10 quarts of oil, which is insane. The oil changes are not cheap on this car. A lot of stuff is deleted on this car, which I'm not very happy about right now, because I'd rather have all the options the car came with, but I will slowly start putting them back in. So I got rid of the evap system in this car. That will probably stay out because I'll do an aftermarket fuel system on it, like maybe like a fuel cell or something. But I want to do a big enough fuel cell where I can still enjoy the car on the road. So we'll have to see when the time comes, when we get there. Right now, this is, you know, my major concern. But, you know, JLT cold air intake. I think it's an AccuFab throttle body. It's the big mouth, the oval one. The upper intake is completely ported. The lower intake is completely ported. And the runners are cut, which on these cars, that makes a significant difference with top-end power. You do lose a little bit down low, but that's why I have the 456 gears to make up for that intake. I'd rather have the up-top power and make up for it with the gear. That's an Aeromotive adjustable fuel pressure regulator. It has 42-pound injectors, 0304 Cobra mass airflow sensor. The AC is deleted. That's going to be going back in once I source all the parts for it. Nowadays, I won't drive without AC. Cruise control is deleted. I kind of want to put that back in too, just to have like a really usable street car that is very fast. Like that's my goal here. So as you can tell, the radiator's out, everything like that. I will be upgrading the radiator. It has Steeda underdrive pulleys, I believe they are. Pretty sure they're Steeda. But yeah, so there's underdrive pulleys, there's overdrive water pump, and there's another pulley in here that's an underdrive. I can't remember now, but it has, I think these are Excel coil packs. Yeah, they're Excel coil packs. It has 10.5 millimeter spark plug wires. I always ran a Motorcraft copper plug. I don't know if he did anything with the plugs or anything like that, but I could tell that my coils and my wires are still here, which is awesome. To be honest with you, it's probably the same belt that I had on the car. Like, it's probably all my stuff, but yeah, so what else? The PCV system is vented to atmosphere. It's going to be getting a catch can. It has adjustable quadrant. It's a Mach 1 that just passed, if you guys are wondering. It has an adjustable quadrant. It has the short throw clutch quadrant. That's an adjustable firewall adjuster, sorry. It also has the MMR pedal height adjuster for the clutch, so it makes it really nicely level with the brake pedal, which is awesome because these cars suck when they're in stock form. This is a cruise control module, which I don't remember what I did with the other half of it, but as you can tell, that's probably not going to work anymore, so we'll have to source all of that stuff, but that's okay. This is the last video that I uploaded. I tore all this down. I do have a lot of the parts coming, and I do have a lot of the parts at my house to put this back together. I'm just waiting for a couple things before we can actually drop a suspension in. The tie rod he did give me with the car, so I'm just going to go ahead and throw it on. As you can tell, it's bent. But yeah, so other than that, I mean, there's not like crazy amount of work done to it. Like I said, it's just bolt-ons. Obviously, you have some cosmetic things like the Cobra R hood, which is no longer good, so we'll probably go with a different style hood this time around. And if we go into the interior, we have pretty much a stock interior. I didn't really do anything in here. It does have a short throw shifter and all that. That radio is so outdated. That's gonna also be a thing of the past. This steering wheel, I want to get rid of it. I want to do like a race wheel. I'm gonna have a friend of mine cage this car, so we'll have race seats and harnesses. These seats will be up for sale if anybody's interested. They're actually in very good shape. There's only like a little tear here, so it's not too bad, but these will be up for sale. If you guys are interested, you know, my Instagram is in my YouTube profile, so just hit me up on there, send me a message if you want them. Other than that, man, I mean, we have some speakers, obviously. I think that's something everybody changes like right off the bat. I have some parts in here for the door panel, which I don't have. That's a headlight. The headlight's no good. I'm gonna just get completely different ones. But yeah, so as you can tell, this thing is absolute mess. There's like receipts on the floor, there's rags, there's change over there. Like I don't know, this kid make a mess, man. There's some bolts in there, I'm not sure what those are. All my gauges are still here. I don't know what happened with the actual pillar here, but it doesn't stay up anymore. I do have oil pressure, water temp, and a wideband air to fuel ratio gauge. The reason why there's a wideband air to fuel ratio gauge is because I actually tuned this car myself. I have the SET software on my laptop, so I did all the tuning on this car. I did go through a couple shops first, but I wasn't happy with the way the car was running, so I just took matters into my own hands. And, you know, I adjusted everything myself. But, yeah, so other than that, car's, you know, the car's here. But, like I said, there's not crazy amount of work done, but it is full bolt-ons. And the trans in the rear is fully built. So, this car had a bad transmission when I bought it, you know, back in 2013. So, that's why I did the trans. But this thing's disgusting. Let's clean it up and see actually what we have in the car. I'm hoping I find some more parts, but we'll see what happens. So here's before, guys, and I'll show you guys after I get done cleaning up a little bit. I'm probably not gonna like I might vacuum, but like I'm not gonna go ahead and like wipe the dashboard or anything. It's because I'm gonna be working on it a lot, and I'm gonna get it dirty anyway, so I'm gonna wait to do that. All right, guys, so I'm just checking back in. I got the passenger side pretty well vacuumed. It's not perfect, like I said. You know, I'm not going in depth of cleaning this thing. It's just there's just so much shit on the carpet that I have to vacuum it. Like look at how dusty everything is, and you know, I'm gonna have to go in here and like deep clean this whole car. I will be pulling the seats to do race seats, so I'll vacuum, you know, underneath. I'll shampoo the carpet and everything and get it back to its former glory. Same thing here. I painted these white way back in the day because the car stock color is white, so they look cool because they matched. But I'll probably be either painting those a different color or getting new ones. I'm pretty sure these ones are broken anyways. They all break right up top on the clip, so you know, I'll probably get new ones. It's okay, it's not the end of the world. I gotta get a door panel anyways. But yeah, so I just wanted to show you guys where I'm at right now. That's the passenger side, and the driver's side is still filthy as hell. So let me go over there and finish the driver's side, and then we can actually start working on the thing. All right, so the whole car's vacuumed out. It's crazy what a little bit of vacuuming can do. As you can tell, the carpet is very, very stained. There's like some like sticky, nasty shit back there. Like I said, I'm gonna go more in depth with cleaning this once it's back on the road from the accident. So I'm not too concerned about it. Just I want to vacuum it up just so it look a little bit better in here. You know, kind of motivate me to work on the thing more, you know. So it just looked disgusting, and it looks a hell of a lot better now that I just vacuumed. And you know, that's not even wiping down any of the center console or anything like that. So yes, I fixed the pillar. I put it back up. The clip's actually broken, so I'm gonna need an A pillar, but it's fine for now. Those gauges probably won't stay there. That's like kind of like a Fast and the Furious thing, and when I was younger I thought it was the coolest shit ever, but I'm gonna move those probably down into the cubby or something. I don't like them up there. And to be honest with you, I'll probably just keep the wideband air to fuel ratio, so, and obviously my shift light, because this car revs up very, very fast with the gear in the back. So yeah, but other than that, we're gonna start doing the inner tie rod now. And I want to go through the trunk also and see what's back there and everything like that. But yeah, so we're making progress. Gonna go through the trunk really quick. I'm not gonna film that. I know I have parts back there because I put them back there, but there was like other stuff back there that I want to check out, and I want to vacuum back there. But I will show you guys when I get the inner tie rod boot off and everything, and start bending stuff back, you know, like the pocket for the bumper support and the Kmember. So I do have a Kmember bolt back here, that big one. I'm just gonna bend it until that bolt goes through again. And maybe I'll put the A-arm on today and the inner tie rod, and I can put the strut back in. I'm waiting for my knuckle and a couple other things. So I got those, I actually found one on eBay for like 50 bucks, so it's not terrible. I'm just gonna use the wheel bearing that comes with just for now. I am gonna wind up rebuilding this whole front end eventually. So yeah, like I said, I just wanna get on 4 wheels and
assess the actual damage, make sure it still goes into gear and all that stuff. Well, I know it goes into gear, but I don't know if the clutch still engages and all that. So mainly focus now on 4 wheels, go from there. So show you guys when I get on this stuff right here. So we have the Kmember here. As you can tell, this bolt is in there very, very crooked. I can't even get it all the way in. So luckily this part is not bent, it's bent in. So I'm gonna try to bend this back, you know, somewhat right, and then this tab will be easy to bend. The tool of choice is this big adjustable wrench. I'm just gonna put it, I could probably actually show you guys this little tab of what I'm gonna do here, but I'm gonna put this on like that, and then I'm just gonna bend it back like so, and we're good as new. Can never tell anything happened there. Now the hard part is going to be that inside part. That is going to suck, but I am going to have to compare it to the other side just to see, you know, how it's going to work. That's actually really close right now, so I just got to bend the backside back now just so we can get a control arm back under here, because like I said, I want to get it on 4 wheels without replacing this Kmember outside in my driveway. I'd rather do this in my garage. So let me get to work on that, and I'll show you guys what it looks like after I get it bent back. So I'm not gonna be able to bend this part back, unfortunately, because it's boxed and it's very hard to bend. I mean, I'm sure I could heat it up and do it, but for what I need, I just need this bolt to go through. So as you can tell, the bolt's through. You can feel the threads on the other side. So I'm thinking this should be good enough, just as long as the control arm will fit through this gap. This should be good enough just to get the bolt tightened to get it down. So that's all I have to do for now. Now I'm gonna hop in and I'm gonna get this inner tie rod off and get the new one on here. And I'm gonna try to get the control arm on today and the strut. But I wanna do something about this. This is just surface rust. It's not through. Like, it's still hard, so I'll probably take a wire brush and get that knocked down. I have some black paint inside the house. I'll spray that up really quick, no big deal. All right, so I got all this knocked down. Like I said before, it's all solid. So gonna do a rust converter on it. I use this on the Jeep actually to stop the rust on the rockers, just until I can replace them. So I'm gonna spray with this rust converter, which is pretty much like a paint. It stops rust on contact. It's good stuff. VHT makes it. And then I'm gonna paint over that with a Ultimate Corrosion Protection rust enamel gloss black. So I'll show you guys after it's done. I'm gonna do both sides, by the way. The other side's not as bad as this side, but I'm still gonna do it just for peace of mind. Last thing I wanna do is have to pull the motor out and replace these strut towers. I really don't wanna do that. So we're gonna catch it now before it's too late. So there is your finished product. That's 2 coats of the rust converter and about 4 coats of the Rust-Oleum gloss black paint. As you can tell, it looks a lot better than what it did. Probably will go in and, you know, probably paint a hole underneath this car, but I need a lift to do that, and it's not going anywhere right this minute, so, you know, I'll do that later on. But I just wanted to stop that, especially because it's sitting outside until I can get it back on the ground. So just wanted to stop that, and I got a little carried away. I went a little bit further down, but that's okay. I just didn't do anything up here because this is where the damage is, and that's what I have to assess, so no point to paint it. But yeah, so stop the rust before it gets bad on any car you have. WJs, anything. WJs are notorious for rotting out in the rocker panels. I have the issue myself. Make sure you stop your rust. Believe me, it'll create way more headaches if you don't assess it while you can. So yeah, I'm gonna go do the other side, and then I'm gonna start working on the suspension and everything. So I'll get back to you guys whenever I get probably the tie rod off and the control arm up here and stuff. So I'll just let you guys know where I stand. So if you guys never removed an inner tie rod before, your first step is to get the boot off. If you're working on a car that's completely together, you're gonna have the outer tie rod, which you're gonna have to take off, unscrew the tie rod, unscrew the nut that goes, the locking nut behind the outer tie rod. Then you're gonna have to get the boot off. A lot of these are one-time use clamps. This one just so happens to be a hose clamp, which works out great for me because I could put it back. Then the outside is just gonna have a little spring clamp. That's pretty normal. On this particular vehicle, there's a line, like a breather type line that goes into the boot right there. And you're gonna need a special tool for this. It's an inner tie rod removal tool. And pretty much you just get the right cup size to go around the head. And then this takes a 1/2-inch drive ratchet or breaker bar. I suggest a breaker bar because these can be very tight. I've never personally had this one off, so chances are it's probably pretty tight on there. So see what we have, and I think this might be like a locking nut right here, or like a clip. Yeah, that's exactly what that is. So I got to get that off too. But yeah, so I just figured I'd let you guys know how to do that, just in case you have to do it on your own car. So after you get your inner tie rod out, this is what you're left with. I think he bent the rack, to be honest with you. It looks bent to me. It looks like it's closer to that right side, maybe bent down. But I'm gonna put the new tie rod on, like I said, just to be able to move this thing around. You can always replace the rack later. Yeah, that's pretty bent. So it was really tight, but I did manage to get it off, so you know. But I'm about to go grab the new one and get that thing on there. I highly suggest using red Loctite on those threads, just so nothing comes loose. All right, so this is the new inner tie rod end. It comes with the nut and everything. These are 2 little pins, okay? And these go through that hole and that hole. And what you do is you tap them in and they widen, just so this can't back off. I'm still gonna put Loctite on those threads though, you know, just to make sure it does not come off. Because the last thing you want is you to be going down the track or driving down the road and that inner tie rod come off, because that will definitely ruin your day and you'll probably crash the car. So definitely make sure you do this stuff right. This is like critical. This is what connects your steering to your steering wheel. So definitely make sure it's done right. So that's going to be a lot harder to get than I realized. It is really tweaked. So I'm going to have to keep messing with this until I can get the bolt back in. But I think I'm done for today. It's starting to rain and I don't really have any more parts that I can put on it. But I just want to say thank you guys for watching. And please like, comment, subscribe. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.